Okay, so let's dive right into one of the biggest questions on everyone's mind. How do we age well? For years, we've been looking for the answer in fancy pills and complicated tech. But what if the clues have been right there on our plates the whole time?
In this explainer, we are going on a little scientific detective journey. We're going to follow the trail from the incredible colors you see in your food all the way down to the tiny mechanisms that actually control how we age. It's a story that's got a hidden hero, a major plot twist that happens inside our own gut, and some, frankly, mind-blowing evidence.
All right, so first things first, let's set the stage. When we talk about aging, it's not just about getting a few wrinkles or some gray hair. Biologically speaking, it's much, much bigger than that. I mean, think about this for a second. The single biggest thing that increases your risk for heart disease, for Alzheimer's, or for cancer isn't your lifestyle or even your genes, it's just getting older. It's the one common thread that connects all these awful conditions. And that's exactly why figuring out how to slow down aging is one of the most important goals in all of medicine.
And this is where the story takes a turn. Researchers are more and more convinced that the real key to fighting back against all that age-related decline isn't hidden in a lab, but right in the produce aisle. It's in these deep, rich purples, these vibrant reds, and these brilliant blues you find in foods like blueberries, purple sweet potatoes, and black rice.
So what is it about these foods? What is their secret weapon? Well, let's go ahead and identify our prime suspect in this mystery.
They're called anthocyanins. These are the natural pigments that give plants those absolutely stunning colors. But as it turns out, their job isn't just to look good. Oh no, they are seriously powerful little compounds with some incredible properties.
Okay, so think of this slide as our roadmap for this whole investigation. It visually connects all the dots for us. You see the diseases of aging over on one side and the biological triggers, like inflammation, on the other. And right there in the middle, acting as the bridge between them, that's our anthocyanins from food. This is the big idea we're about to put to the test.
But hold on, because here's where the story gets a really fascinating twist. You'd probably think, okay, I eat the colorful food. The anthocyanins go into my blood, and they work their magic, right? Well, the science shows it's not quite that simple. So this was a huge puzzle for scientists for a long time. If our bodies are actually pretty bad at absorbing these powerful compounds, how in the world are they having such huge effects on our health? Well, the answer reveals this amazing partnership that's happening right inside you.
It turns out the real heroes of this story are the microbes in your gut. They're like these tiny, brilliant chemists. So when anthocyanins get down into your gut, these little microbes go to work breaking them down and literally transforming them into smaller, even more powerful compounds called metabolites. And it's those metabolites that get easily absorbed into your bloodstream to deliver all those anti-aging benefits. So yeah, what this really means is that a healthy gut is absolutely crucial to unlocking the power of these colorful foods.
Okay, so we've got our suspect, and we've got the secret mechanism. Now, it's time for the evidence. What do these compounds actually do once they get activated? Let's look at the data.
In science, one of the first big tests for any anti-aging compound is to see if it can actually make a simple organism live longer. And the results here, they are pretty wild.
So get this, in one study, they took a simple roundworm and fed it metabolites from fermented purple sweet potato anthocyanins. Its lifespan shot up by an incredible 37.5%, and they saw similar things in fruit flies, with lifespans extending up to 20%. I mean, these are just dramatic numbers that really point to the deep, fundamental effect on the biology of aging.
Okay. Extending the life of a worm is one thing, but what about us? For humans, one of the biggest fears about getting older is our brain slowing down. And this is where the evidence gets really, really compelling.
This quote here, this is from what's called a meta-analysis. That's basically when scientists take a ton of previous studies, in this case, 59 different clinical trials, and they crunch all the data together to get one powerful final verdict. And that verdict was crystal clear. Anthocyanins don't just help a little bit, they significantly improve your overall brain function.
And we're not just talking about one little thing. The analysis found real benefits across a whole range of brain functions. We're talking better memory of events, a sharper working memory for daily tasks, being able to recall words faster, quicker processing speed, even better spatial reasoning. It's like a full-spectrum boost for your brain, and it's likely happening because these compounds reduce inflammation and improve blood flow to the brain.
But the benefits don't stop at the brain. Nope, the evidence is just as strong for another critical area, our cardiovascular system. Aging is tough on our heart and our arteries, but it looks like anthocyanins offer some powerful protection there too.
The research shows a whole laundry list of good things here. Anthocyanins help make the delicate lining of our blood vessels, the endothelium, healthier and more flexible. That, in turn, reduces arterial stiffness, which is a major driver of high blood pressure. And maybe most importantly, they fight that chronic, low-level inflammation that causes plaque to build up in our arteries in the first place.
So now, let's talk about the aging we can actually see on the outside. A lot of skin aging, especially wrinkles, comes from sun exposure. It's a process called photoaging. You can almost think of the UV radiation from the sun causing a kind of cellular rust or oxidative stress inside our skin cells.
And this slide shows you exactly what's going on. In a study on human skin cells, UV light makes those damaging cellular rust particles spike, and your collagen starts breaking down. But look at the column on the right. When you add anthocyanins from mulberries into the mix, that cellular rust goes way down, and your precious collagen is protected. So what's the bottom line? They help slow down the very process that gives us wrinkles.
Wow. Okay, so we followed the clues from the color on our plates all the way down to the cells in our skin, our hearts, and our brains. We've seen the evidence. So what does all this mean for you in your everyday life?
You know, the best part about all this science is just how easy it is to act on. You don't need a special prescription. You can find these powerhouse anti-aging compounds in common, delicious foods. We're talking blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, purple sweet potatoes, black rice, even red cabbage. The key is to literally eat the rainbow and really focus on getting those deep reds, blues, and purples onto your plate.
And that really brings us to the most important point of all. While science is off searching for some fountain of youth in a pill, one of the most powerful things you can do for a longer, healthier life is already available. It's not about one single magic bullet. It's about the daily habit of eating these vibrant, amazing, anthocyanin-rich foods.
And that just leaves us with this fascinating final thought to chew on. We are right at the beginning of a revolution in understanding how food literally talks to our bodies, to our genes and our cells. And as we learn more about the specific powers of compounds like these, it really makes you wonder about the future of medicine, right? Will we see a shift away from just treating disease and toward preventing it, where a grocery list becomes just as important as a prescription pad? It's a pretty colorful future to think about.